Hello everybody, my name is Jojo, and today I am playing Minecraft once again. Before I get started too far to the video, I do want to read the verse of the day from the YouVersion Bible app. That is a free app that you can download, read the Bible in all sorts of different versions. I like it because I think that it starts off all of my videos with the right dose of positive day. Today's verse is Psalms chapter 46, verse 10, and I read out of the CSB. And it says, "Stop fighting and know that I am God, exalted among the nations, exalted on the earth." Now I tend to read out of the CSB, but different translations have different, meanings and interpretations. Like some translations say, "Be still." That's a really common one, actually, is "Be still and know that I am God." Then there are, interpretations that say "cease." So, the different interpretations have different words, but generally the same meaning. God is sovereign among all things. That's something that we can, take comfort in. The Psalms actually are really interesting because they were written primarily by one guy, King David, but that's not the only person they were written by. And there's actually quite a few authors. This one does not appear to be a psalm written by King David, but either written by one of King David's descendants or commissioned by them, King Hezekiah. King Hezekiah is one of the more righteous kings in Judea. And there will be a link in the description with a website where there's a bit more overview on who Hezekiah is. Now, it's not guaranteed that is who wrote or commissioned this psalm. It's actually impossible to quite know who wrote or commissioned the psalm. It's not like specifically called out or cited in the Bible or in any of these passages, but that's who, we can generally guess it is. So this verse is talking a lot about the entire passage. Chapter 46 is talking about the sovereignty of the Lord. Now, it came at a time, interestingly, when the Israelites were likely being besieged by their enemies, so the Assyrians, and, this is like a trust in God passage, because, no matter whatever happens, God is in control. Like, it's encouraging the Israelites to entrust, their self into God's hands and to surrender their will to His, which is actually a lesson that modern Christians can benefit from, even today. This passage was likely addressed to Israel, but even today it is applicable, and that's something that's actually true about a lot of passages in the Bible, but this one is really interesting, particularly, I think, and it gets quoted quite a lot, and there is some some debate that was maybe this section could be addressing God's people's enemies, so the Israelites' enemies, the Assyrians, because it's hey, stop fighting. That's another translation, but that's not the general consensus. And even if that is who's being addressed in this psalm, it doesn't change the ultimate message, which is that God is sovereign above all other things. So yeah, that's what that verse is. It's really good to read the verses around the verse of the day, as well as do a little bit of background research. General rule of thumb when you're reading is that if you have a memory verse, read the verse before and the verse after. So a verse sandwich. That's generally what you want to do as the wise thing. Because any individual verse that is not bad, it can just give some more context and allow a better interpretation. I died. It can give some more context and allow a better interpretation of what is being said if you read the verses around. So, generally what you want to do. And I will leave links in the description as well with all the research that I have. So I'm citing my sources. It'll have some discussion on who King Hezekiah is, which in his life. So there will be some discussion of the prayer he prayed when he got sick, because he got sick. And then also some discussion on what Psalms chapter 46 is all about. And that's, where I got my information from. So if you see some overlap, it's because that's where I read it from. So, that is, what I like to do here. I like to read the verse of the day. I like to, offer just a bit of commentary on it. Because I think that it's really important to make sure that you're in God's Word all the time. Because, God being the holy arbiter of all things on the universe probably knows what he's talking about. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that God probably knows a thing or two about doing things. I'm just saying. So yeah, I think it's really important to, get into the Word. Even just briefly, even just a small passage can just have so much context, as, because there's just a ton. I touched on, just a little bit of it. Because there's also, just the comfort that we can know, well, God's running everything since day one, since, the earth was created, whether it was 6,000 years ago or 7 billion years ago, or whatever metric is used. It doesn't matter if it's 6,000 years or 8 billion years. That's it's still impressive. God's been running the whole show since day one, and the universe hasn't blipped out of existence yet. And I know, at least for me personally, if I'm running things, it's 2 days, and then that's tops what I can do before things start going off the rails. But God hasn't gone off the rails, so that's, just another bit of proof for, why it's good to trust in him, because he's trustworthy. He's proven that he's trustworthy. And so, yeah, there's just a lot that you could talk about with even just 1 or 2 verses. So it's really important to get into the Word. It can be pretty daunting to, get into the Bible. It's a very big book. It's been written over thousands of years, several continents, many authors. But, it's all pointing back to the same message of salvation that we get in Jesus Christ, and God's, again, sovereignty over all things. That's a really important theme in the Bible, is that God is sovereign over all things. So, just reading the verse of the day can be a way to get into that before popping into a video like this and playing, whatever game that I'm playing. It's usually Minecraft or Survival Craft, but sometimes I play other things. And I think that it's just it's a really neat way to bring the two together, gaming and the Lord, which God is more important, of course. That's why the top of the episode is what gets the Bible talk. Okay. Speaking of gaming, I really need to work on my transition statements, but we'll roll with that. Speaking of gaming, this is my Tech Guns mod pack that I played a bit ago. I want to say it was a year ago was when I played it. I've noticed some views ticking up on my old videos. The police station one is one that I'm seeing. I called it the military challenge. And so I wanted to, go and play the mod pack again, because it seems like it's something people are interested in seeing. So, if that's what the people want, that's what the people shall get. I will record some of this. So this is for 1.12.2. It is immersive engineering, tech guns, and that's the big 2. I have some quality of life mods installed, like Traveler's Backpack and Not Enough Items, Just Enough Items, Zero's Minimap. I could just list them off. There's 18 that I've installed. But that's the links will all be down in the description below, what I have, installed and whatnot, so you can check it out, download it yourself. 1.12.2 is a more, unmaintained sort of, oh, what's this? Hold on. That's so interesting. Oh, it's a dinosaur excavation site. Okay. Anyways, It's a more unmaintained like version of Minecraft because it's fairly old. We're in like what 1.20 or 1.21 now. Is that where we're at? It's we're pretty far along in the Minecraft stuff. So, but you know, Tech Guns hasn't really been updated, and I like Tech Guns specifically. It's one of my favorite gun mods. It's just so interesting and well made, I think. But yeah, so you guys could check it out from the links in the description. I don't have like an official like mod pack link because this isn't like an official mod pack or anything. It's just what I have. Yeah, so I hope that you all enjoy the video. This isn't going to like replace the steampunk mod pack that I've been playing because I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've been having a lot of fun with the steampunk mod pack. It's a really fun one. It's a very engineering heavy mod pack. I just genuinely love that. There's like a great mod and whatnot. That's not what's been installed here. This is a much smaller mod pack. So it's definitely, that's a tall doorway. It's definitely not totally vanilla what I'm playing right here, but it's not as modded as the one. Dark oak forest. Oh goodness, I have to grab my stuff and go over there. Dark oak. Oh, that's my favorite wood type. Ah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, so like nothing's getting replaced. Just decided that I'm gonna, record the Tech Guns mod pack that I made. When I get the chance, when I have an opportunity and whatnot. So I don't need to worry about replacing the survival craft or anything. I'm going to still be doing the, other stuff on my channel. This is just going to be something that I play every now and then, in addition to the other stuff. I'm trying to be pretty careful on, like, what content I add because it's time management and whatnot. So, this one's going to be a bit rarer. If I see some, like, a lot of interest for this mod pack, then I will uptick even more on what I actually end up, like, doing with it. But if it's something that's, like, mild interest at best, then I'm going to keep it on, like, something that's released every week and a half, 2 weeks or so. Just in accordance with what I have with the rest of my schedule. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be something that's audience driven, and if you guys want to see me do something specific, just leave a comment. I love including the community into everything. Like there's different games I could play. Like Forever Skies was one I played for a little bit. I really enjoyed that one. It's like a space, The Martian meets Subnautica kind of, but it's Earth, so it's also kind of almost Doom. Yeah, so that one was really interesting. I didn't really play it a whole ton, just because there wasn't much interest for it, and it took a lot of recording to get a bit of content out. But like, if that's something you guys want to see again, just let me know in the comments. Or if there's something besides that you want to see, just go, hey, I want to see some other thing, and I'll look into it, see what I can do to get it on the channel. And of course, guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I am at 96 subscribers as of recording, and I am just so grateful for that. That is more subscribers than I have ever had. 96 is just so many people, and I am so immensely grateful for you guys being here and watching the video and liking and commenting and all that you do, just showing a general interest in this. And if you subscribe for certain videos and I'm not putting those out, let me know. I want to make sure that the community is getting what they signed up for. So like 7 Days to Die, that's one that I played for a while. I haven't played it recently, and I might get back into that if that is something you guys want to see. So yeah. Most importantly though, guys, it's just, you guys just being here has been great. I love seeing the comments. I try and respond to all of them. I'm going to just put one down here, and I'm going to put the really important stuff in this box. Like that, there we go. Okay, now time to like kind of design our house. That should have set the respawn point, but in case it didn't, we'll wait till my time to really do anything dangerous. Okay, so what I think I want to do, let's clear a space here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that now we can just line everything up, and, just, oops, I did that wrong, but that's okay, we can just, boom. Okay, now what I think I might do, oopsie, is grab you, then we have 5 of you set up, and what I can do is I can make a sort of checkered pattern, like across the floor like this, just to make it a little bit more visually interesting. This is just something that I'm building off the top of my head. I don't have a design or anything. I didn't pre-make this, so if it looks bad, blame it on not preparing. Well, just adding in a little bit of a checkered pattern could really spice things up, because this is a starting house, and really we need to do whatever we can to spice things up. I realize that I'm wanting dark oak wood on the walls and the cobblestone out a bit further. So I made that, I used a little bit too, it's fine. Because that internal space there that I have is exactly as big as it needs to be. So let's go ahead and carve out some more cobblestone. This actually will serve really well as like a mine later on. So it's a dual purpose, voice crack, it's a dual purpose sort of thing. Let's see, okay. I should probably be able to get away with, okay, so it's gonna be exactly what I had before, +4, I think? We'll go with 45, just to be safe, because I feel like I did my math wrong there, because, it's exactly what I did before, plus 4. It's so weird. Oh, right. It's that weird, geometry thing where if you expand everything by, 1 meter on a circumference, it actually, the actual amount that you need more is way less than what you would think. Because of, squaring and whatever. I don't know the exact science behind it. Or is it math? Oh, goodness. I don't know. I'm kidding. I'm being silly, guys. I'm being silly. We're gonna put that right here. And something you can do if you really want to feel fancy. If I had an oak floor, I could put dark oak under the bed and it looks like a shadow. I think I'll show you guys, actually. I'm gonna need dark oak anyways. And this will just be I'll fix this back up and make it the checkered pattern again, but so get rid of you two. So say bed goes here, and then you just bada boom, look, it looks like a shadow. It's a really cool trick that you can do it with birch and spruce or whatever. Oak and dark oak I think look the best. Because they're the same wood, but just different textured. So yeah, that is something that you can do, add in a little bit of a shadow. I might actually leave that. That'll be a cool little Easter egg. Because I don't have any shaders or anything installed, but I do have that. And I could have the little thing there, and if I want, I could throw in some carpet. If I found some more sheep, I could throw in some carpet and, make that a bit, more continuity there so that it like isn't so visually jarring. But yeah, I think that actually works better than I thought it would. So let's go ahead and add in the walls before we change our minds on that. That I think, and then we'll be done once we finish building our house, because we need to make sure that we get a house. Because that's something that I kind of struggle with. I don't really build a house. I build a small little base of operations. Oh, and here's something you gotta be careful with. Dark oak is very dark. It's in the name. So you don't want to build with too much, otherwise it'll like look very just bland and washed out. So you want to make like lighter accents and stuff. So like cobblestone is going to be better than stone brick. Stone brick is a bit darker than cobblestone, and so stone brick could make it like a bit more washed out. Dark oak lends itself really well, I think, to Gothic building and whatnot. But like you still gotta be really careful when you're building with dark oak. I really need to stop doing that because it could very quickly become just a bland dark shadow. That's not very visually interesting to look at. You know what? I'm going to go on ahead and just turn all of you into planks. Stab, click another arrow. Boom. And like for the roof here, I'm not really going to worry about the roof right now. This is basically going to be just a fancy detailed cube, and it's the detail they're going to be like barely. And that is going to be because that is the first house that anyone ever builds is the cube. And it is a very, very fun little thing to build. It's, not too hard. And as you can already see, it's starting to feel a little washed out in here because of all of the dark oak. So what I'd want to do is like add paintings, add carpet, banners if I have them. I might even be able to add in like some cobblestone trims on the inside as like pillars in the corner. That could help break up the monotony of things, and actually I'm going to go on ahead and do that. So like, and also getting some lighting in here would be good. So like boom, adding in that right there, and that right there. Then we can go on ahead and put our furnace down, and here is our little kitchen. Iron trapdoor could be used to further enhance this, or like a stone slab. If I had one of those, I'd show y'all. But I don't have any of those. I know those were in like some of the things I was looking at, like I was reading before, but I don't have that on hand, so we're gonna go ahead and pick everything up here. And careful with the dark oak, because things can and do just spawn. They just spawn in there. Because it's dark in the forest, and, if you stay up late, it's something that's easy to get, caught off guard by. Okay, there we go. So we have ourselves a crafting table that will go on this side, and then I will go on ahead and make myself a door. I'll actually make it out of I'll make it out of birch wood. Because I don't think I've done enough with birch wood in this build, and I think that a birch door might add in the little pop of light that we're looking for. Now, I tend to put my doors on the outside so I can add an outer arch, so that the inner wall doesn't have an arch texture on it, because that can be hard to integrate in with the interior build. But then you run into the issue right there, where now your flooring is broken up if you have a weird pattern. That is easily fixed by simply... I grabbed the wrong wood. And that is easily fixed by simply doing that. And then, boom. We are fixed up just like so. And what we will go on ahead and do is we will make all 19 of these oak woods into charcoal. That way we have some extra. And then we can go on ahead and just grab 2 of you in our remaining birch wood, just to use things up and conserve a bit of space, and some torches. Now that we have the torches, we will go on ahead and place them down. We can place one above the door here, one above our bed right here, Probably one should go in the kitchen area, even though the furnace is illuminated right now. It may not always be. And then outside, one on either side of the door. And there we go. That is the, starter house. That's what we have. I'm not going to go do anything dangerous until nighttime, and then I'm going to go to sleep so that I can make sure that my spawn point is set because I moved it. But then, this is something that can be expanded on. You have a little foundation here. I could build up pillars. Definitely something that I'm going to want to explore doing is like breaking up the monotony of the dark oak. I love the way dark oak looks, but it is something that, it can be very difficult to work with if you're, I don't like the way that looks. That's stretching a bit too far. I like the way that it looks. It does well to like build off of. It's not good to be the only thing that you're building with. That is something that is like dangerous and should generally be avoided because it's very easy to get washed out and shadowy and dark. And if you're going to build with just one kind of wood, you're going to want to build something that's like visually appealing to look at. That's it's not too bright. It's not like in one material. You're going to make sure it's not too bright. It's fairly textured. Prismarine actually is one that I think you can build in a homogeneous way. Look at me using big fancy words. But like if you wanted to build a structure out of just one block, you could maybe get away with Prismarine because that's a bit, but like you're not going to want to do just one block of any kind. You're going to want to break things up because that's what makes it interesting to look at. And I think dark oak really is a good base. It's very dull and muted, and it fits in well with being in the background. So that's why I like dark oak. That is I did not really expect to be in to talk about the building techniques that I use, but it works. Hey, like if that's what I end up talking about, that's not something I should really be too upset about. I think this is a really good start to our Tech Guns modded adventure. We might want to add in a lookout tower at some point just so we can make sure that we're like not diving into the creeper space or something. So the lookout tower might be a good thing to add on fairly soon. Let's go ahead and dodge, let the skeleton guy burn to death. But we're not going to worry too much about that right at the present moment. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. It really lets me know that this is a series that you guys want to see continuing. I'm going to, try my best to keep things moving, keep things momentumed. And if you really want to see me do something, leave that in a comment. I do want to respond to... I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And most importantly of all, though, have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out.